So today we're going to be making a gift bag. We can use some items that we have at home. So you might have some of these simple paper bags. Doesn't matter if it's white or brown because we'll be covering it up. It's a bit of another sort of a brown paper bag, or it could be an old gift bag that looks a bit scruffy that you just want to tidy up a bit. So today I'm going to use the white paper bag, and I'm going to make my own handles, so I'll snip these handles off. And then I'm going to use some PVA glue, which I will water down to make a thinner kind of solution. Get a little tin to mix in. Here's some I've mixed up earlier. Get myself a glue brush. And we're going to use some tissue. You don't have to use tissue, you can use old newspaper, magazines, and you just tear it into strips. You can cut it, but it's quite nice in strips with a torn edge. But anything that you've kind of got lying around that you might want to use for decorating any paper. So you get yourself a good selection of torn up strips, get them at the ready. Get your glue. I think I need to add a drop more water in my glue. Give it a good mix. You don't want it too thick, but then again you don't want it too runny, but give it a good stir. Get your bag. You take your glue and you give it a good coating. You don't want it too wet, but give it a good coating all over. And then you take the strips and you can stretch them out. Go over with the glue. Add another strip next to it. Doesn't have to be really neat. You can leave white gaps if you want white gaps. It's quite nice when it's overlaid because you get the different shades and tones showing through. If you add in the glue on top, it gives it a nice kind of varnished, kind of harder texture, so it makes the bag a bit stronger, a bit sturdier. So I'll keep layering up with the strips and the glue. Come up with a random design. You don't actually have to have strips either. You can use squares if you want to. I'll just do a demonstration over this side with some squares. So there's some squares of tissue. Just kind of overlay them. Just get a nice kind of random pattern, really. Go over the top. Give it a good glue down. So what we'd do, we'd cover the whole of the bag. So you want to cover the whole of the front of the bag, and then I'll probably leave it to dry on one side. Then once that side's dry, then you can move on, and you can move on to the next side. And also with the bag, you don't open it out and tissue down the gusset sides as well, so the whole thing's covered. Here's a side that I did earlier on, so that's all dried. I have some white showing on that as well. So what I'm going to do now, I'll add another layer of glue. I can add embellishments. Give it a good coating all over again. Make sure you get the edges in as well. Glitter, or maybe even some little sequins. These are little silver stars. I'm going to use some of this glitter. Give it a sprinkle over the top, over the glue, and give it a shake, give it a knock, and get any excess glitter off. And there you've got a nice glittery finish. I'll take a few of these little sequin stars, give it a sprinkle again over the top of the glue. There we go, some little star embellishments as well. And then you leave that to dry, and the glue will harden off again, a bit like a varnish. But it just adds a bit of something special. So you can always fold in the top there, this little section. If you fold it down, that just makes it a bit stronger for later on. You can make a gift tag to go with your bag. So a scrap bit of card, any old bit of card, and go through the same process with the torn up tissue and the glue. So you can make it to match. So I'm just going to add some glue on top here and sprinkle on some glitter, and then that will complement the little gift bag that I'm making. Knock off the excess glitter. Add a little bit of glue over the top again, and that will seal it in. So we need to add some handles to our bags. There's some bags that I made before. They were old gift bag handles. You can use pipe cleaners. You could use some wool, string, ribbon, any kind of bits that you've got hanging around at home. So here's a gift bag that's dry. That's actually got some metallic bits of tissue added to it. So you need to make some holes in your gift bag. So I've got a single hole punch, so you'd punch that right the way through at the top. But you might have a double hole punch, so you can use it to make a single hole, just use it one side. Or if you've got a bigger gift bag, then you could use both double holes of the punch. That's been folded over inside. Like I mentioned before, it just makes it that little bit stronger, a nice neater edge, and makes it sturdier. So there's some string, and I've actually plaited the string to make a handle. You can plait wool, braid wool, twist wool, or you can use the pipe cleaners. So I'll use this pipe cleaner. What we do is we poke it through the hole, into the middle of the bag, poke the other side through, and then give the ends a twist together. So the ends will be on the inside of the bag, so you won't see them. Flatten them down and pull the handle through. There you go. So with the string, I've got a knot on the end of my string, so that wants to be on the inside of the bag. So you poke the end through, give it a bit of a tug through. The string's quite tough. There we go. That's through. Get the other end. Poke that through the hole. Pull it through. Might need to give it a little bit of a helping hand. Poke it through with a pencil. Or grab a pair of scissors. Poke it through. Careful not to poke into your fingers. And that's it. Pull it through. And you can either tie a knot or you could add a bit of tape. I've actually added a bit of tape on the end there. That secures it and stops it pulling through. And there you, nice plaited handle. So that's a gift bag that I did. That was actually, the handle came off an old gift bag. And see lots of different textures of tissue. That tissue there, actually, it's not flat, it's kind of crumpled, so it gives a bit of texture, but it all adds to it. That's another gift bag that I did. Had a ribbon handle, and that's got some glitter and metallic on it. So once your gift tag has dried, you need to snip it into shape. So trim up the sides, cut the diagonals at the top, down the side. So it's a little tag shape. Then we need to get a hole punch. I'm going to use a single hole punch. Punch a hole in the top. And then to attach to a gift bag, I'll do it to this one. I'm going to use a pipe cleaner for a handle. So poke the pipe cleaner through the tag, and then the end of the pipe cleaner through the hole in the bag, at the other end of the pipe cleaner handle, and twist the ends together. That will go on the inside of the bag. Pull the handle through, adjust your tag, and there you go. Gift bag with tag. So here's a little selection of gift bags that I've made. You can see there's different sizes depending on what you've got hanging around at home. Hope you enjoyed today's craft, so you can go off and make your own little gift bags and tags, and be sure to join us again for the next craft.